Now, a Leicester man is inviting the far-right group Britain First to debate with him and his friends after the organisation staged a second demonstration in the city in as many weeks. Members of the group attempted to hand out leaflets in the city centre on Saturday. Like the weekend before, they were confronted by some members of the group of the public who accused them of being racist and chanted asking them to get off our streets. Riaz Kahn spoke face-to-face with the chair of Britain First, Paul Golding, and put a video of the encounter on Facebook. Towards the end of the exchange, Paul Golding actually agreed to take part in the debate with Riaz. Well, the video exchange has now been viewed 84,000 times, and we can connect to Riaz now. Good afternoon, Riaz.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, Riaz. Tell me about this then. I mean, you were just in time, just in town, and was this completely at random that you spotted this on Saturday? Did you come in specifically to speak to Britain First?
Sorry, Ed, it keeps breaking up. It's not a very good signal.
Let me ask a question again and see if you can get the whole of it. Was this by chance that you were
doing it again?
Is it? Let's try and come back to you in a couple of minutes. Perhaps we can get you on the phone, Riaz, in the meantime. And we can speak to Riaz Kahn now, I think, on the phone. He spoke face-to-face with the chair of Britain First the other day, Paul Golding, and put the video of the encounter on Facebook. And towards the end of that exchange, Paul Golding agreed to take part in a debate as well. Now, that video exchange has been viewed 84,000 times now as well. Afternoon, Riaz.
Hello.
Hi. Trust the old phone technology instead.
That's there now.
Excellent stuff. Were you just in town then when you spotted this on Saturday, or did you actually come specifically to speak to Britain First?
No, my wife wanted to buy some clothes, so we was going to some of the shops, and I saw a commotion, and I thought, what's going on over there? And I saw the Union Jack flags and the loud sort of bagpipe sort of music, and I thought, oh, Britain First are here again. So I approached the sort of crowd, and all I could see was everybody shouting at each other. You had the SWP UAF was shouting over loudspeakers, and you had the Britain First was shouting back, and it was just tit for tat. It wasn't getting anywhere. Just, people just shouting at each other.
It does seem, doesn't it, that this is how these situations tend to play out, and there's not a great deal of opportunity to sit down and actually converse and put your point forward. Is that what you were basically trying to get at? I mean, it feels like it feels like quite a nice thing to do in a way. You were almost sort of offering a bit of an olive branch.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I think dialogue is far better than violence, because if you kind of approach a person and speak to them on a level, because they're human beings as well, we're human beings, they have their misconceptions of, about Muslims and et cetera, and racism and whatever. I mean, they are racist, they are a racist group, but if you don't approach them and don't speak to them, how will they learn? I mean, education is the key, of course.
Have you, because you have basically offered them the opportunity, certainly to Paul Golding, to sit down and have a chat with you, and actually towards the end of the video, he accepted, didn't he? Do you think that they'll actually follow this up?
I don't know, because I think because I spoke to him on a level. I mean, I spoke to him as a working class lad, and I wasn't, shouting at him. I wasn't trying to put him down. I was just using logic and understanding, and I was trying to really get through to him. And I think in the end, he thought, this chap here, myself, of course, he thought, okay, he's talking sense now. He's not being rude. He's not being disrespectful. Maybe I will sit with him. And he shook my hand at the end and said, yes, we'll definitely sit down and talk. I mean, it was not a debate. It's going to be a discussion about his misconceptions and stuff like that.
Mm. What are you hoping it'll achieve?
Understanding, and hopefully it'll just, I don't know if you can get through to people like that, but it's worth a try. I mean, you've got nothing to lose.
In a way, it feels like if I ask you, what does it mean to you? More so, perhaps, why you? Why did you take that opportunity to go and try and make this difference?
I don't know, really, because, I've been trying to promote this sort of peace and understanding amongst communities and things, and I thought no one's really approached him and no one's really spoke to him, because it's always ended up in violence, or they've always been shouting at each other. No one's actually approached him and said, come and sit with us. Whoever has approached him, he has not turned up, maybe because he's out of fear of being made to look stupid or whatever, because I approached him and spoke to him on a working class level, on his own terms, in his own language. I think he understood that. Hopefully he'll meet me. I really hope so.
Was he immediately receptive?
Yeah, he was. Well, he had to have a couple of sips of water first, and we had like a friendly chat initially, which I didn't see. I've never seen that side of him, to be honest with you. And he smiled and he asked about my son, because he had a Barcelona top on, not a Leicester City top on, which I had to explain quickly, because we went to Barcelona a couple of months ago. And then he just started to speak to me normally. Then some bloke said about my book, mentioned my book I've written, and he goes, "Oh, okay." Then he just sort of broke the ice almost immediately. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. Hopefully he does sit down with me, because it'd be great if he would.
What about the people around you? How are they reacting to this? Because there was quite a few people.
Yeah, there were some aggressive people around me, and they kind of tried to butt in, but I had to calm them down. And I don't know if they were happy with me talking to him. I'm not sure, because all they want to do is shout him down and get rid of him out of town. I mean, this is democracy. We're allowed to speak, freedom of speech and stuff. But with Britain First, I'm not sure, because as soon as you, comment on their website, they ban you straight away. So they talk about freedom of speech, but yet they don't have freedom of speech themselves. But in this context, they're allowed to, give out leaflets if they want to, because this is a free country. And the SWP and the UAF would, basically trying to stop them from doing certain things, which I don't blame them, because it brings negativity to Leicester. They are trying to divide communities. But if we don't reach out to them, I don't know, it'll just keep going on and on. It'll just be back and forth, tit-for-tat. I mean, they're going to come back this Saturday, I believe. So they'll keep coming every Saturday just to make a point.
I mean, apparently it's unconfirmed at the moment that they'll be back this weekend. I mean, if they do, will you go back? Will you try and have another conversation?
I doubt it. I mean, I've already invited him, so I'm not going to keep pestering him. But if I do go back to see him, I'll get his number down this time instead of him taking my number. Then I'll ask him. I'll ring him again a couple of times. If he doesn't want to know, then I won't chase him.
Do we have a problem, do you think, with perception and people supporting the sorts of ideas here in Leicester and Leicestershire that Britain First are trying to put forward?
Not really. I think it's a very, very tiny minority, to be honest, because Leicester's quite a good place. Look what happened when Leicester won the Premier League. I mean, how many people came out from all different walks of life? I mean, 240,000 people, black, white, brown, all denominations, all religions. And we have a good sort of vibe here in Leicester. And we've got outsiders coming here trying to spoil that vibe. And I don't think, to be honest with you, they shouldn't really come in and try to spoil the vibe. But like I said, freedom of speech. What can you do?
Riaz, I'm sure we'll talk again. It's great to talk to you. Thank you very much. It's good to feature the story, and I'll look forward to what we do hear eventually, if we do hear anything from Britain First themselves. We have tried to get in touch with Britain First ourselves, by the way. We're still awaiting a response